Ladies, alright. Season 4. Welcome back to another session. Episode 2. This is the Winds of Waydora that you guys have so kindly renamed as the Wenches of Waydora. Last week we started off season with some shopping, some NPC work, some meetings, some general riffraff in the city of Northwind, which is the capital of Waydora. You guys have taken a nice, easy 10-week break after the intense fight of the summoning demons, saving the capital. So Aine and Valdrik did some training. Valdrik and Aine by day did some training, and by night Valdrik sung songs and limericks in the taverns all around Northwind, telling everyone of the tales, mostly true, of the wenches. Meanwhile, Aine had some guys over, guy after guy after guy, night after night, just kind of, just trying to quell that pain. Just going through them, going through it. Solara did some good by selling her services as a healer around town. She sold some stuff, some trinkets, but also just did some general healing around town and made some pretty good wages for it. And finally, last but not least, Calliope spent a good amount of time transcribing spells during this time. And I went ahead and did the math. And it only came out to about 8 hours that you spent. So you could have done that all in a day. But over the course of 10 weeks, you spent about 8 hours transcribing spells, spending money. I believe it was, all in all, 187 gold pieces, if you could mark that off. And you learned Thunder Wave, Acid Splash, Spider Climb, True Strike, and Ray of Frost in that time. In the book, it didn't tell me what evocation spells cost, so I just made them half as much as what a level 1 would cost. So I figured that was pretty fair. And evocation spells for you specifically are half off, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
I specialize with those.
Perfect. So that is calculated in. All the evocation spells took half as much time and half as much money, to a total of 187 gold pieces. During your time at the library, maybe spent with your friends, maybe spent alone, you did notice the restricted section at the library, which I think Cornelius last week told you about, that's where he erased your memory. Anyways, so in this time, Darren Daratha, who was returned as emperor, was officially chosen as the new emperor. They chose, just like in the Vatican, let out some red and blue smoke, letting people know that the new emperor was chosen, and the city decided to hold a homecoming festival to honor his return. And so that is coming up. You've seen banners and decorations all over the city promoting this. Come out to this big celebration. Everyone's invited. Everyone's involved. There's going to be crazy events, all sorts of stuff to do. And you know that is on the same day as your meeting that you just had. You guys just had a meeting with the High Court. And in that meeting, you discussed with the Emperor and the other delegates there about, he basically gave you a reward. You received some land ownership and you guys decided it would be off the coast of the Azure Sea. So I'm kind of giving you guys some time to decide what you want in that manner. You decided it would be a place of living rather than a place of business. And so we'll go over a couple of different room options that you guys can select from. So there's that to think about. And other than that, the Emperor also delegated some tasks to the other nobles. He told so-and-so to go to this city and do this, all that. Then finally, you guys met your security team. Gibson, a.k.a. Gibby, the security officer in charge of the little squad that you all were adamant about knowing what they looked like. They're all going to be sent to this location that you discussed, as well as a construction crew. So your building doesn't just magically appear; they are currently in the works of constructing it, or at least making plans to, since you guys just decided there. And last but not least, Cornelius, the court wizard, pulled Calliope aside at the end of last episode and discussed in secret a confession that he had to her, and she relayed to you most of it, I believe. She mentioned that her memory was erased. There's some ancient secret, and he told her that she needs to go to a world called Genesis, which you guys know as the Feywild. And I think that is where we left off. One thing I did want to do, I didn't quite give you guys the chance to speak your piece or discuss with the Emperor. In all the chaos, I kind of just like I railroaded a little bit. So I want to backtrack a little bit before Cornelius pulls Calliope aside. I want to give you guys a chance to talk to the Emperor, speak your mind, anything you want to bring up. If you don't, that's totally fine. We can skip past it. But I figured after the big battle, after everything that's happened, you might want to discuss what's going on, where your guys' heads are at. So we will start there. Perfect timing with my music. Boom.
10 out of 10.
And we will now pop this boy in. All right. So the Emperor has just given you guys a reward. He's delegated everyone, and he asks at this point, is there anything that the Wenches would like to bring to the table before we adjourn this meeting? As he sips from his royal goblet. Charlotte, you are muted, but you are so cute.
Muted, thank you. We were tasked to go track down Diabris, yeah?
You were.
Okay.
That was the very end of his spiel. He rewarded you guys the land, and he did say, I want his head on my table.
Okay.
I want it on my mantelpiece.
What was the question?
I don't think there's much more for us to, say to him beyond thanks for the land. Sorry you died. Glad you came back. That's good. You should have a title. The Undying Emperor. It's very cool.
Only if Solara is the one to bestow it, since she is the one who provided the spell. Of which
just true.
I appreciate.
So Lara the King Razor.
Oh, that's even cooler.
And while we're at it, while we're praising me, I have a spell, and I feel it could be useful, whether towards a fiend or say like a fae. However, it requires a jewel, a very expensive jewel, at least 1,000 gold pieces. I hate to ask, but do you know anyone that would give a discount, or maybe we just have a surplus, a room of them, and you could just give me one, maybe two. You don't have to. I'll pay as well.
Since we are hunting him.
Yes, it's just I really need this, and I feel it could be useful down the line before we set out.
This particular spell, and Cornelius kind of perks up, and he looks over at Cornelius and back at Solara. You're saying this would be used to track down Diabris. Is that correct?
Track, or even possibly, I guess it would more so be a way to attempt to get him under our control. There's no guarantee, but if there's a shot that we can, even for a little bit, a couple hours, a minute, get control over him. I feel like it could work. By the way, the spell is planar binding if you want to look at it, but it's just like a 5th level spell, but I don't have enough money for it, so I'm begging.
Control over how? Like, the domination of the mind or the body?
Well, I suppose if it's successful, it would essentially he would have to follow our instruction, or
So Solara was talking and to the Emperor, and the Emperor was asking about this spell, whether it was dominating of the mind or the body. So everything you said after that, Solara, I missed.
Ideally. Oops.
Yes, it would more so be over the mind. Yes, so it would be just an attempt, a big attempt, and big chance it might not work. But if it's a shot, it could just be even a 1 in 100, 1 in 1,000. But just to try and get possibly control over him, he would have to follow our instruction, essentially.
It seems like a fair investment, I must say. I suppose 1,000 gold would be worth it.
It's just,
But
just a jewel. If I don't use it, I'll give it back.
Of course, I would allow this on one condition: that you work closely with our court wizard, Cornelius, as you cast this spell.
We'll try. Might have to send them a messaging spell. But we'll try.
And this can be done, I'm not really sure how...
Oh, it would definitely be like a we got him kind of moment, you know?
Gotcha.
And again, this, it could certainly be used with someone else, but if it would take deep planning. I'm just saying, again, it's a big if. But also, what if we were able to do it and then I didn't have the jewel, And I can give you 500. I'm not saying to give it to me for free.
It's better safe.
I'm just a little low on funds, is all.
He kind of whispers a little bit with the High Court. About a minute or two go by, and he looks back at you and he says, "We will provision the purchase of this special jewel needed to cast a spell. We will provision 500 gold pieces for it, and if it is successful, we will pay for the rest. However, if it is not, you will cover the other half, 500 gold pieces. Does that sound fair to you?"
That sounds very fair. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Very well. Now, I'm sure Cornelius may have more questions that can be discussed after this meeting or whenever you plan to use the spell, but that sounds like a good plan. Other than that, good hunting.
Thank you. Thank you.
I have no idea where to start, and have no advice to provide for you. However, I do have a few questions. There were a few other characters that were in the ballroom that were involved in the scuffle. I'm not speaking of the tiefling assassins, which were either apprehended, fled, or killed. There was I'm not really sure how to describe them. They were, if my memory serves me, a piratey looking couple.
There was a lot of
And
people dressed up kind of piratey there at the masquerade with
Yes.
masks.
That's true, but this one had, there was a moment he looked, he spoke as if he was speaking to another deity or god or to himself or something, and the room rumbled when he spoke. Is this something we need to be worried about? Is this one of yours?
No, on both counts. No, definitely not.
'Cause
There's a
this-
lot of demons present there too, rumbling demons. Yeah. There's a lot happening. A lot of cows. Like 32 of them, at least, maybe. I wouldn't know an exact number. On fire.
Roll deception.
— 17 plus 13.
30.
30. I don't know a thing about those people. You do have a plus 13.
Very well, but you know who I'm talking about, right? They were there. I don't recognize
Yeah.
them as, I mean,
No,
I've been
there's
gone for
definitely a
12
lot of
years,
people
of
there.
course,
Yeah,
but
definitely lots of people there that night.
yes,
They weren't among the bodies, I can tell you that. You gotta go look at a lot of the bodies.
I didn't
Unless
think
they were one of the
anything.
ones trampled by cows.
The cows, I'm assuming, was another one of those demonic rituals cast by Diabris. And I didn't think anything of the couple until they disappeared from sight. As the lights went out, that was the last thing I remember as I fell to the ground, was them gone.
Yeah. I don't know.
Very well.
He said there's a lot happening, a lot of demons killing cows.
What can you tell me about the events afterwards? Of course, none of us here. The rest of the High Court were with Anya. I was, well, not alive.
There was an unfortunate number of demons that spawned out of the crazy pillars in that ballroom.
So the captain
Diabris
told
got
me.
away. Yes, Diabris got away. Almost immediately ran like a pussy. Sorry, Emperor, Your Lordship, Kingship, Emperorship. He ran, and then there were the demons. Just really an endless tide of them until we figured out that the pillars had to be destroyed, and not necessarily just the demons.
Yes, Cornelius filled me in on the pillars.
Yes. What we did with those?
Well, I suppose the most pressing matter is, of course, quelling the civil war that is boiling and at the brim of our nation, which, delegates, you know your duties. I suppose if there's nothing else from you all, my last task for you before you hunt this demon lord is to enjoy yourselves tonight. Many festivities are to be had, and you are deserving of celebration.
Always.
All right then, we will see you around. I will make my rounds, of course. This meeting is adjourned. And that's when you ladies leave. Cornelius has that conversation with Calliope. Calliope comes out. You gather your weapons that you left, some of you. And you are outside the Grand Hall in Waydora in Northwind. So it's about, I don't know, that meeting maybe took an hour with everything going on. So it's like pretty early afternoon. 12:01.
What's our game plan after the party, obviously, because we have to stay for the party. Right? It's our party. It's rude not to show up to a party that's your own party.
Is it our party?
You think Valdrik's gonna let us pass a party?
I don't know, I'm getting a little stiff.
No, I thought it was for the Emperors, not for us.
For him
Well,
being
Valdrik,
alive, which
who
I-
knows what it is? That's what Valdrik says it is.
ain't about that.
Yeah, there's that.
Don't you worry about that. The real question is, do we want to party?
I think we have to party.
Yeah,
This
little
could be our
party.
last party for a while.
That's
Oh
true.
god, yeah.
And where are we going after the party? Really, do we have any idea where Diabris is?
No,
So then our
the
first
boys
step should
ran
be
off,
your memories.
which are in the Feywild.
Unfortunate.
Unless you do get a hold of your boyfriends.
Say what?
Still random. Got it.
Say what?
I mean, they ran first, to be fair.
Yeah, have I heard anything? Have we heard anything from them?
In
Diamore
10 weeks.
and Cabe.
You have not. And Tivit went with.
I was gonna say, they took Tivit and ran.
I think.
They
Could do a
took
messaging
Tivit
spell.
and
Good riddance.
Yeah, do we
Well-
want to do a little messaging spell to the boys?
To the boys.
Do we want to? Does
I don't
Valdrik
want to, but
Cabris, which was it the full name, would certainly respond to me though. He would.
Cabris and Tivit did teleport away together, and then I think a little while after Diamore hung around, and then he bounced as well. So you're not sure who's with who. You could assume Tivit's probably with Cabris. They might all three be together, but you're not sure.
Then it sounds like we should message Cabe.
I wish you could do it. Okay.
Make
all right.
Solara do it.
I think I also have message, but you could go ahead and message your boyfriend.
Okay, you guys.
She's
What
still
are we?
avoiding
Okay.
Diamore.
What do we want to say? If he even gets it, I don't. This is all
It's your
depending.
boyfriend.
Who knows what plane he's
Update
on?
Us. What the fuck are you doing? Have you found your daddy? XOXO Solara.
I'm gonna say father instead of daddy.
Ask him how Tivit's doing too. How many words do we get?
Hang on, say it again.
Update us now. Where the fuck are you?
What if we just do
Have you
WTF?
found father?
Also,
Also, how is Tivit?
how is Tivit?
XOXO Solara.
I'm gonna delete the
that one word
XOXO.
or
I think he'll know it's
four
me. I
words
think he
or
hears my voice.
XOXO is one word.
Okay, alright.
It's just-
XOXO.
XO.
Okay.
Send it with a kissy noise.
Yes. So we send the Yeah, I send that message
Sorry, yes, so I
to
said
Cade.
that.
Yeah, I send it. I tweak it to be a little less Valdricky. Again, I'm saying father, not daddy.
So basically, you're asking where are you?
Yes.
Where
just
are
a quick,
you?
Where
Where
are
are
you?
you?
Yeah.
It was there. Sorry. Who's the bard?
No,
Not me.
I get it.
So where? And then did you ask about Tivit? I can't remember.
Yeah.
Also, yeah.
Also,
How
how
is
is
Tivit?
Tivit?
Also, how is Tivit?
He probably won't even acknowledge the last question.
Semicolon asterisk to make it. Set.
All right. So the way I want to do this is you have to roll a d20, and I'm thinking of a
Okay.
number in my head, and if you roll that number, then the message doesn't go through. So there's
Okay.
with sending, there's always a 5% chance that the message doesn't go through. I think
Okay.
is it whether they're on the same plane?
Yeah, they could be like on a different plane or something
Okay.
like that. Okay.
Yeah. So instead of just like, because if you roll a 1 and we say that doesn't go through, I don't want you to know that it didn't go through.
Mhm.
So I want to
Okay.
keep it, a secret. So that'll be fine. So roll the die. I've got a number I've typed out. And if
I
you
got a
roll that-
4.
Okay, good to know.
Okay. Excellent.
All right, the message.
All right. We'll see if we hear back.
It's by a 95% chance that message was sent.
I want to send a message to
He doesn't hear back. I'm sending another one. I'm gonna be mad. So
And now I'm
you better
pissed.
hope he got it.
I am pissed. How dare you ghost
Stuff.
me?
I'll kill you.
I will kill you. XOXO Solar.
Kellenborg will claim your soul.
That last one.
That's the one. Kalimdor
Mhm.
will claim your soul. I'm gonna send a message to Diamore basically saying the same thing.
Just in case.
Where the fuck are you? 10 weeks. No note. Cargo. Update me now, asshole. One word. XOXO Valdrik.
No notes.
Come on,
Yeah, we think that
You
here
could
goes
have
Wade.
The ladies are sending out howlers. It's hilarious.
All I can
screaming
imagine
into this note.
is Valdrik
Calliope.
in the street pounding it out.
No,
Yep.
Kagon.
Calliope, do
died.
you have anyone you want to send a screaming letter to?
No.
I feel a little left out.
To all
a
of
little
the
bit. I
Feywild.
also have message, but I don't want to talk to Diamore or Vengeance.
We just sent
Yeah,
a follow-up
I'll pass
message.
on those.
Just send
Hi,
messages
this is
and one of Diamore
Calliope.
be like, answer Valdrik, asshole.
You should send a message to Debris and say, coming for you. Califor will claim your soul.
Yes.
XOXO.
No.
XOXO. Gossip Girl.
I don't think
Amazing.
the squishy...
The wenches.
Yeah, this is like, I don't think the squishy wizard should be sending out howlers to the big bad demon murders.
That's what I'm here
So
for,
funny.
Calliope.
Oh,
Um,
it's so funny to think
Valdrik-
of Anya's voice going XOXO.
I do need you to roll a d20 and tell me what you roll.
Okay. Nat 20. Just a
Okay.
20. Just a 20.
Means
Not the
nothing.
atmosphere. Yeah.
Knowing you, he picked a 20.
Yeah.
I think the last time we did this, I allowed you to double the word count if you critted. So whether or not
Oh.
I picked a 20 and whether or not it's sent or not, you can up it to 50 if you want.
P.S. I mostly didn't mean what I said.
Anya
When I
still hates you.
called you an asshole. Anya says she still hates you. Bring me back gifts. Kisses.
Flash teeth.
Slash teeth. That's
Oh,
what I
no,
mean by
gifts-
gifts.
Gifts means teeth.
That
Oh,
means
no.
teeth.
Just so he knows for sure.
She saw her wagon.
Like,
He better
connection.
know. I don't feel like this is a new obsession for Valdrik. This is something she's
This
had
is a
going for while.
lifetime.
Someone
should really
has
get
told me
teeth
there was a
merch.
jar of baby teeth. If
I was
any
gonna
of you
say,
still
give it.
have your baby teeth, I have mine, and we can add them to a big jar.
I
together.
don't even have my own memories. Why would I have my baby teeth?
That's valid. When we get your memories back, we should try to find your baby teeth if you still have them. Anyway,
We can sell them.
then we can sell them.
I'm still pissed the fucking wizard took my memories because I
We'll
went
get them
into
back.
the
You've never
wrong
been to the
library.
Feywild. The Feywild.
We're gonna deal with that, you know? He's lucky we don't kill him for it, honestly. I mean, Anya
That's true.
doesn't kill him for it.
We are pretty morally ambiguous sometimes.
Just a little. It's
Little.
fine.
Just enough, I'd say.
You said obviously I'm a person now because I fought demons. Just like that doesn't seem fair, but sure, give me my memories back.
Okay, well, we send
Alright,
messages.
there is a 95% chance that message went through. Now,
Sent the howlers.
howlers
we gonna go
have
drink and
most
party
likely
now?
been sent. Now, what would you like to do, ladies?
You know, yeah, let's fucking drink and party.
Did you talk to
Game.
the Francoise lady that
Oh yeah, was I supposed to do that?
we can just say it happened during the 10 weeks?
Wasn't that a part of the 10 weeks? Was me talking
Probably.
to the Francois lady?
We can make that, yeah. If you guys wanted to have that meeting, we can have that now, if you would like.
I don't want Francois coming for her answers.
Night by
would show
night,
up.
when Valdrik would frequent the tavern singing her limericks and poems and songs, Sylvie would also frequent those same taverns, and at some point you may have set up a meeting with whoever you would like to be there, so we can do that now.
Okay.
So you're in a tavern.
What am I supposed to be doing during these meetings again? I forget.
No, let's do...
I thought I already did that though.
I don't
Yeah, 'cause
remember
I
at
already
all.
gave my song and sang it and everything.
No, because he wanted you to meet with someone in Northwind to help get a store in Northwind. And we didn't talk to her because she stopped us right before we were going to the ball.
Yep. She was like,
and
can we talk?
went,
And
we'll
you guys
talk
were like...
to you tomorrow.
But
And then
okay.
tomorrow you guys
Well,
slept in.
then let's sit down with Sylvie. Yeah. Pulling up with Sylvie.
Alright. Let's see. Sylvie, where are you? Sylvie, how about you? Okay, she sits alone at the bar most nights. At some point, you go up to her. She wears a a dark grayish cloak, hood's always up, golden embroidered around the edges of the cloak. Young looking woman, brunette, and she's there drinking alone.
I'm gonna slide in next to her and be like, Sylvie.
Valdrik,
Sylvie.
I was wondering when this day would come. Have you had a chance to think about our business arrangement that we find ourselves in?
That's just me asking her to open a store here, right?
Correct. I believe you spoke to Francois already. He sent me the paperwork. All you have to do is sign it. And I also need... Well, we can discuss that. But yes, Northwind is the next location that Francois would like to expand the business of Francois's Fabulous Fortunes to. And of course your tunes and your lovely songs have been heard across the land, and some of them have made their way here, I have heard, even before you arrived. So your marketing has been excellent, but the next step is needed.
And the next step being, I'm kind of like, Valdrik is very careful about the things that she signs, not only because she's a show person, but also because of her dealings with the Fae and the Fae Circus. So she's really looking at this contract real hard, while being like, what do you need from me besides my beautiful songs across Waydora?
Valdrik, not only are your songs so gorgeous, but I heard you ladies found yourselves resulting in a bit of heroics a few weeks ago. Is that right? Up in the Grand Hall, everyone's heard about it. The Wenches of Waydora are... No need to hear your songs. They are legends in this city. With that
You're
said,
completely correct, yes.
with that said, I'm sure you have connections with the Churnwoods and the other High Court nobles. Do you understand where I'm going with this?
Yes. You want me to ask them to come shopping at Francois?
I want you to ask them to open the shop, to procure the shop.
Franchise.
There's 3 or 4 buildings that are not occupied at this moment, and they get eaten up pretty quickly here in Northwind. Businesses come and go frequently, and there is one that I've had my eye on that I would like to... I have ways of preserving for a few more days, but if you could nudge the Churnwoods in the right direction and use your status that you have acquired recently to ask them to build a shop there.
Okay.
It'd be
Do
great
I
for
sense
business.
that she's being sketchy in more than a businesswoman kind of way?
Roll insight.
17.
She's a sketch individual in general.
So she's just a sketchy.
She's a sketch individual in general. You're not sure if she's being sketchy or if she just is sketchy.
Am I looking at this contract? It seems like a normalish contract. I'm not selling my soul, my teeth, my unborn children, etc., etc.
No, it's basically yeah. You give it a once over. Yeah, go ahead and you probably you don't need to read anything, or you don't need to roll anything. You just read it through and through. She gives you a moment to read it, and mostly it talks about any songs, limericks, poems that you write specifically about the shop she owns and Francois owns. Any you would you're not being paid in royalties or any sort of percentages of future sales. That part is kind of up for negotiation. She just kind of had it as a flat fee of she was going to pay you 250 gold to once the Churnwoods sign off. Once she gets what she wants, you would get a flat fee of 250 gold. But yeah, mostly anything that mentions Francois or Fabulous Fortunes, they would own the music to.
Okay, yeah. You want me to write some little ditties and get these people on board to open a franchise? Okay. Just so you know, my resting rate is 350 gold, so you will have to up that to 350. But aside from that, this contract looks great.
350 is... Why don't you roll persuasion and see what she thinks about 350?
I'd like to back myself up by saying, you said it yourself, Sylvie. I am a legend.
You can inspo yourself at a certain level, right? What level is that?
I don't know, can I? I
think-
have inspiration.
I think you can Bardic inspo yourself.
Sure, I'll give myself Bardic Inspo, I'll give myself a tap on the ass,
Okay.
and it's an 11 plus 13 plus plus a 7.
Okay, 31 total. She says, how about this? You certainly have a way with words, and the bard suits you. How about 250 gold pieces, and I tell you... Well, I know a lot about this city. What do you want to know? Maybe perhaps an exchange of information is worth 100 gold pieces to you.
You'll share tea with me in exchange for this.
I could share some tea, yes. I don't have too many allegiances here. I don't really care if I burn any bridges. Well, that's
Okay.
not entirely true. It depends what you want to know.
Do you know a witch by the name of Calliope?
A witch by the name of Calliope. She rolls history on herself. Calliope. It sounds familiar. Is she one of the wenches you all row with?
Yes.
Yes, I've seen her in the library these past couple weeks. Yes, Whispers. I've heard of her. I've seen her, but not before you all came to the city. I've seen her frequent the library though, because I frequent the library.
I got another question for you. When Diabris was going in the High Court for Emperor, did he go by a name? Would I know that information? I can always just describe him to her.
No, I don't think it was ever discussed what his alias was. Obviously, he had one.
I'm gonna describe him then. And be like, one of the men that was running for Emperor, tall, ominous, disturbingly handsome, some would say. What do you know about him? His comings, his goings, where did he frequent? What did he stand for?
That's a 2 for a history check.
I know nothing about politics. I don't know that
Yes.
man. I never seen him in my life.
All I know is there were 2 candidates up for consideration, and neither of them were chosen. One was rumored to have perished in the great battle. The fat one. The other one, I'm assuming, is the handsome one that you are mentioning. No idea.
Okay. And the court wizard Cornelius, he seems like a straight edge fella.
The court wizard. Yeah,
Creepy deaky about it.
yes, he drowns himself in his work. I also, actually, now that you mention it, He does seem a little skeevy, yes. This is just my opinion. I always see him in the library, but not with the lower plebes like us. He tends to frequent the restricted section, and I've only ever seen him go in and out of the restricted section and no one else. Do with that as you may.
Interesting. What's the juiciest bit of tea you have?
Well, like I said, I spend a lot of time at the library, waiting for you to be done with your business so that we can conduct ours. I like to eavesdrop, and one of these days that I was watching Cornelius frequent the restricted section, he does so around the same time every day. I decided to listen in, maybe put a bug on his robes, perhaps, may or may not. This doesn't go past this tavern, you understand this.
No, of
This
course.
is between the two of us, yes.
Iron lips I've got on me.
There's something going on down there. Something they're hiding. Something skeevy, like I said. He may not be a skeevy person, but he is a holder of skeevy secrets.
In the restricted section, you say?
Yes,
Interesting.
my eye has been drawn there. But of course, I am just one person. They guard that 24/7, even when the library is closed. They always have a guard standing outside of the restricted section. Otherwise, the library empties out.
Sylvia, I'm gonna sign this contract and you're gonna give me 250 and we're gonna go our ways.
She spits on her hand, and she hands it out to Shake.
Fucking foul. I spit on mine. Shakers.
Very well. It will be done. Please update me once you speak with the Chernwoods, and I will perhaps see you again tomorrow night here. Next drink's on me.
Nice. I love those words.
She flips the barkeep, Guruk, a gold piece and buys you an ale, and we fade out in that scene. Unless you have anything else to say.
No, but I would immediately tell all of the wenches about the skeevy bit of tea that I just got.
Very well. Back at the manor that you guys are sharing,
Yeah.
Valdrik shares the tea.
Skeevy tea. Skeevy tea. Alright, everybody in. Listen to this. First of all, I do have to do some business while we're here. Unfortunately, I did get in a little bit of debt with Francois because I spent a little too much money on those fucking mystery boxes. But it's fine because I got 250 gold out of it. On top of that, I was talking to Sylvie, right? She hears things over in Mill. I asked her what her juiciest bit of tea was, and she told me that she hangs out in the library quite often. And she overheard Cornelius talking about some skeevy, spooky things that he's got hidden deep within the restricted section. Skeevy being the particular word she used.
I'm assuming it's just the Wenches where we are. There's no one else around us.
Yep, Anya has
Probably.
just finished up with her 7th guy of the 10 weeks, and makes her way over, brushing herself off. However, Anya, you would present
I
yourself.
know exactly how Anya would present herself.
She
I
walks
see it
in,
very
and Valdrik
clearly
can
in my head.
smell it.
I'm all up on her. Anya's licking her fingers. There's like a speck of blood on her somewhere that she's like, oh, sorry. I know what Anya looks like post-sex. Anyway. I don't even acknowledge that. I give the skeevy bit of tea.
Gotta have something to do with, Calliope getting her memories. Because perhaps you went and you saw the skeevy thing that he doesn't want anybody to see.
Well, I'm leaning forward and be like, so I couldn't tell you guys this earlier. There were too many people around.
You have skeevy tea?
Well, about myself and why he took my memories, but he told me something that I stumbled on something called the Way, which I was not supposed to know about apparently. He wouldn't tell me what it was, and it's the reason my memories were taken. And it's not knowledge that I'm supposed to have.
Did he tell you why?
It's neither good nor bad stuff as it is right now, but like in the wrong hands, whatever it is, it could be.
Cornelius gets to deem whose hands are
Yes.
hands.
Which apparently I was in the restricted section and came across this information, which he apparently doesn't know very much about it either, which is why he's in the restricted section so much, I'm assuming. I'm wondering how I got in the restricted section if there's a guard posted there all the time.
You seem a lot more fun than I previously anticipated, Cloaked.
I'm assuming that I snuck into the restricted section at this point, unless I got permission from someone, but...
Charlotte, you're muted, by the way. We missed what you said earlier.
I said if you got in once, you could get in again.
That's true,
He's got
but I
his
don't know
memories back.
how I got in the first time.
It's true, because your memories are wiped. Ain't that a B word?
So they have something top secret, and they choose to name it
Called
the
it-
Way.
The Way, I don't know if he named it that, or...
If that's just his
It
proper
sounds
name.
like whatever it is, it's really old. Like, it's...
Ancient.
Yeah, like it's what Waydora was, something like in like the making of Waydora or something, and I wasn't supposed
Why does Cornelius get to decide that?
That's what I'm saying.
to.
Seems
Yeah, I don't.
skeevy. We need to get your memories back.
Yeah, I kind of want to go and talk to the guard now at the restricted section and be like, hey,
I mean, if he lets you in, there's no way that it's the same god.
probably not.
Or we get the memories back, and then we'd know.
True,
Memories back seems to be first logical step. After party.
especially if Vengeance and Diamore haven't answered you two yet.
I haven't heard shit.
Well,
Except that
Good
fucking
riddance.
was. Fuck. Alright, we're gonna go party?
yeah,
Seems like party's the
I
next
feel like
logical
it's been a
step.
hard enough day at this point.
All right. That conversation probably took place at some point during the 10 weeks, but you do eventually fast forward back to outside the Grand Hall. You're walking back to the city. And yeah, so you go to the festival. Switch gear here. Boom, put the bar tune back on. It's a party. String lights are strung, streamers are hanging. Like I said, it's early afternoon, so pretty decent day out. Nice 70, 75, cool breeze going. But the overall atmosphere is lively. People, children are running in the streets, playing tag with each other. Groups of friends are walking around, just open drinks, carrying, having a great time. Some of the guards even are kind of laid back. Some of the other Waydorian guard are a little bit more serious, posted, keeping a lookout. But for the most part, it is just a giant family of celebration. And you make your way down from the Grand Hall to the streets, and you see signs and flyers for the events that I mentioned last time. There's Reef Shark Racing, there's a masquerade dance later that night, there's a drinking contest, there's a dunk tank, there's a jousting tournament. Any other activities that you might even think of, I can make you roll and they might be there. But overall, there's just some food, a lot of carnival games, typical like medieval carnival games. But there's just turkey legs, ale being handed out, obviously for a price, but carts are everywhere as you're going through the streets. And if you remember the layout of Northwind, most of the festival has taken place on the main block. Picture it as like a street has been closed off for like Jubilee Day or something. In Pennsylvania, we used to have Jubilee Day, and that street, I guess you could say, is the North River that cuts through Northwind all the way through, and that's where the city was kind of built around, was the North River. You got the east side and the west side of the city. There's 3 bridges that bridge each side of the city, and that main street has been blocked off and is just completely decorated to the nines. So where to, ladies?
Am I looking for anything in particular?
Drinking contest sounds like fun to me.
Oh,
Do
God.
we also want to go back to the tavern we were originally at and talk to the barkeep about what he might know of what the abyss is?
I think, that might have to be for tomorrow.
Yeah,
No.
Fair enough.
Party.
Time to party, Clyde.
Anya's ready. Yeah, Anya's ready.
Gotta relax, Calliope. These could be your last few, nights without knowing who the fuck you are.
God, I wish I could forget some of the things that I've done in my life.
I have to say, it's like, who's to say this isn't a blessing right now?
To the drinking contest.
All right. To the drinking contest you go. There's it's just an ongoing contest all day. They give probably like 5 minutes in between rounds, but there's so many people willing to participate that it fills up pretty quickly. And so you guys kind of wait your turn. You wait in line, chat for a little bit, but eventually you get locked into a round. Each round has about 8 people involved, so if all of you are in, then there's 4 other competitors, if that's how you guys want to play it.
Yep. Sounds like it. We're,
Why
Alright.
not?
Wenches
It's a
get
party.
shit-faced.
we deserve
Alright,
it.
you sit
I've
down.
we've been working hard.
Been working hard.
Yeah, we have.
There are
Hickman party.
barrels and barrels and barrels of just kegs of ale stacked upon each other around this area, and there's a big circle of a crowd gathered. There are workers carrying buckets of water that are just sloshing the streets periodically, and once you kind of get through the crowd you realize, oh, they're cleaning all the vomit from all the losers, and just washing the streets clean and they're trying. They have a system that's kind of right along the North River, and so their buckets, they're just washing it all into the river, and just all that puke is just getting out. Disgusting, but it looks fairly clean because it's a nice city. It's nice and clean. They're trying to maintain it, so they've got plenty of workers to work this drinking contest. But there's a dwarf that's running the contest. He's just a very rosy cheeks, big, long, brown beard, in braids. And your competitors, there's an elf, 2 dwarves, and a human. A dwarven couple, male and female. The female has a beard as well, and they're both kind of seated next to each other. And then you've got this elf who looks kind of like a loner, and then just a regular patron, human, dark-skinned human. And you all sit down. And the dwarf begins speaking. Welcome to another round of the drinking contest. Welcome, welcome. Come on and take your seats. Take your seats. And he's pouring ale from the barrels. Pass one down. Just pass one down. Any ale spilt is against you. Will be charged against you. Just kidding. Welcome, welcome. This, for those of you that are just joining, this is Guruk's signature mead. All right. So don't. If it gets a little too much for ye, don't blame the mead, blame yourselves. You can't handle it, you lightweights. Ha ha! And everyone starts laughing. Ah ha ha! They all think he's funny. And he's, yes, Garuk's signature me. Don't forget I told you. He paid me to tell you so. All right, so now that you've got all your ales, we'll begin round 1. Good luck. Go! And he rings a bell, ding, and you begin drinking. Everyone make a Constitution saving throw.
Chug, 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 chug.
Wait.
17.
19.
Oh no.
16.
Constitution. That'd be a 10.
Okay. DC for this one was a 5. So
Wow.
Nice!
you had
Woo.
1 ale. We can say that maybe you had some turkey legs so that you're not drinking on an empty stomach. I would have allowed some time for that. You guys get some bread in you or something. But you all pass, and so did the rest of the 4. I just made their rolls. They all passed. All right. Of course, we haven't had anyone lose round 1 except for that one fella earlier. All right, on to round 2. And some more workers come by and gather all the mugs, and there's a whole dishwashing station. And just people are just furiously watching these mugs as there's so many people competing. They bring out a whole new fresh batch. These are in some tin cans. Round 2, the white tiefling. Ooh, everyone goes ooh. All right, everyone make a Constitution saving throw.
We're making con saves until everybody drops.
Dirty 20.
Yeah, 13 that time. Whoop. Solara's not making it far in this.
Solara's already kind of spinning.
I got
You know-
what was Valdrik's?
21.
Okay. All right, I got everyone's then. Everyone passed. The DC was 10, except for the female dwarf and the human. They both yak immediately.
Watch it be all wenches at the end of this.
And everyone, you hear the crowd go, "Whoa!" as they yak, and the bucket brigade comes out and starts cleaning. It's like if you were to go to a hockey game and in between whistles, all the cleaning crew comes out with they're on the skates and they all have their squeegees cleaning up the ice. It's literally that. They all just come out. It's like a pit crew cleaning up the puke, and the husband kind of gives her a tap on the back and, "Ha 2 down already after round 2. Last one to yak wins the beer belt. Round 3. Also, losers pay for drinks. Round 3. A shot of fire whiskey. Ooh. All right. Everyone make another save.
Fire whiskey.
Oh
Come on,
boy.
Solara. Come on. God dang it.
18.
That was an 11.
15.
I don't know. I've literally rolled so low every time.
Charlotte,
Not
what'd you get?
good.
I got a dirty 20.
Okay. Yeah, both the male dwarf now and the elf both yak. Another ooh, as well as Solara rolled the 11. Solara, you take the shot of fire whiskey, it burns immediately and just boom comes right back up, as well as the white
Guys,
flame.
I should have never signed up for this.
Yep.
Can I turn to Solara and cast prestidigitation on her?
And immediately clean her up. Absolutely, you can.
Yeah, I'll look at her and snap my finger and go, there you go.
Get this
Yeah,
girl some
the
water.
dwarven-
She's like, I have like my eyes are watering. I'm like, thank you.
The dwarven mediator kind of gives you a wink, Calliope, as if like a thank you, because he's seen many a yak today, but he seems to be immune to it. Calliope, as you're casting that, you feel for a second it almost come up. It actually, some of it comes up in your mouth, but you're able to swallow it back down, and no one knows. No one knows.
Okay.
All right.
Solara leaves. I leave in defeat. I just I go find some. I'm leaving.
Out.
3 more
Yeah.
competitors down. 3 remain. The ladies. Off to round 4. A glass of Spazarac. Ooh. Alright, the 3 of you remaining,
Spazzy.
make a saving throw.
21.
Anya can hold her booze. Ooh.
Oh, dirty 20.
Oh my gosh, again. You all down at wince at the burning that is the Spazarac, and it's that aftertaste that gives you a kick. And with that, Calliope, again, this time you're like, it comes up again in just a different taste of acid as you swallow it back down. You run your tongue over your teeth to clean it, and maybe do another little prestidigitation to clean it.
No. I sleep cold every time I do magic. Okay.
The Dwarven mediator kind of gives everyone a minute. All right, looks like we're moving on to round 5. A glass of deep wine.
Oh, stop.
You know what
Drink
happened
up.
last time?
And he hands you
Valdrik
goblets.
started singing. Her eyes for sure are glowing. She's not casting magic. She's just singing limericks.
Oh no. Fuck. 19.
Okay.
She's
30,
almighty.
30, 20?
Said her name was Nell. 21.
Okay. One by one, Calliope. You finally can't hold this one as you just yak, just different arrays of oranges and browns come out, spewing out, and
I cleaned
Anya,
myself up like
Anya, you see her yak, and within 20 seconds, you try to hold it together stoically, but you just can't, and you just yak to the side. And to which point everyone goes, "Oh!" and then the whole crowd cheers. And as the dwarf goes, "We have a winner! What's your name?" And he asks Valdrik real quick.
He wants to be another man today, and he says that it was for.
Was there a name in that, gents? Call her. She's like, I think she's
Neither
one of the
one a name.
wenches.
Come here. Closer. Come closer. Some call me Valdrik, the Dragon Slayer. Shh. And we are the Wenches of Waydora!
Right, Valdrik the Dragon Slayer is the winner of the beer belt. Ha! Congratulations.
I look at me and Anya and clean ourselves up. I just snap my fingers at her. I'm like, nope.
Thanks.
All right, and as soon as he hands you this belt, this leather belt adorned with just different jewels, just a big logo of beer on the front, and you hold it up, and you immediately throw up.
Why did we agree to do this?
But let's see, who are followers of the Sazfather? Is it just Valdrik? Valdrik and Calliope.
I feel like I'm an unwilling
Yeah, I was
follower,
gonna say,
but I kind of have to.
Calliope by
be
proxy.
Yeah,
Okay.
I cleaned Valdrik up also. I was like, please stop.
Yeah. As soon as both
Don't
of you
cut me
yak,
off.
you immediately feel great. You still feel drunk, but you're not like sloppy drunk. You're a good buzz. You've yacked all the bad nonsense out, and with your blessing of the Sazfather, you feel good, loosey goosey.
I'll set up my
Do
or something.
they have a fighting competition here? Small man with the
Ooh.
beard.
Oh, or just any type of strength competition.
Yeah, is
Ooh.
there something?
Fund Anya and the one money.
That's what I'm saying.
Whoa.
There's money.
There's the jousting tournament, but that's not for participating. That's only for spectating. Of course, there's arm wrestling tournaments.
I don't know. I feel like we could get her into the jousting one, but
Honey, have you ever jousted before?
No, but I mean, how hard can it be? You're just
exactly.
hitting someone with sticks. What I
Just
do.
carrying a little.
Point us in the
stick.
direction of the joust.
We're overly confident right now.
Which way?
Losers, pay up, pay up.
What is it paying?
What?
Didn't we all win? Together.
You didn't think this was for free, did you?
We just saved Waydora
I gave you free
and the
entertainment.
Emperor. We are celebrating here, and you're
That
making
too.
money because of our heroism in saving your Emperor. And
Because
you're
we're
going
hot.
to charge us?
We should be
A
charging
yak?
you.
is a yak. Them's the rules.
And you're not making her pay.
She was the last to yak. She's the winner. She keeps her gold. You, on the other hand, all owe me 25 gold.
No. Not paying that.
Nope. Let me tell you. Come here. Come closer. What's your name?
My name is Door.
Door.
Yep.
That's a crazy name. Your parents must have loved you. Let's talk about this for a second, Door. Would you not rather to have given the wenches the time of their life, and we gave you the time of your life, and together we had the time of our lives? It's a festival. It's a party. It's a party, and I won the beer belt.
Yes.
And
yes.
sure, they're all extensions of me. We were like on a team. You know who you should make pay? The sad little human boy that's still puking into the river, and the dwarven woman. Truly, not us. Oh, far too pretty. Yeah, charge them 50 gold.
Charge them a little more.
And truly,
Inside
also,
people.
our wizard here cleaned up the mess. Every time. Quickly, I might add. It's cleaner than it was when we got here. You can get off that floor.
We make a fair point. 10 gold each!
Tell me what the fuck the joust is, and I'm gonna just hand him gold.
Yeah, as you are having this conversation, two men walk up behind the dwarf, and one of them is a dark-skinned man, bald, walks up behind the other guy who is dressed in all black, and walks up behind, puts his hand on the dwarf, and hands him just a coin purse. You're not really sure how much. And he goes, what's this? And the man says, it should cover for their troubles. And he kind of looks at you all, winks, and pulls out another coin purse. And this is our entry fee, me and my friend. And the dwarf takes a minute, counts all the coins. Very well, the next round has begun! Get off with you! And he kind of shoos you off. And these two guys
No,
sit
they
down at
have
the table.
Valdrik
They
and
have,
goes,
like-
do we know that?
Do they have Waydorian stuff on? Like, are we getting an allowance from the king? Emperor?
We gave all of it away if we did.
Waydora is a huge city. They could be Waydorian, they could be from a different continent. You have no idea. They don't have
So
any.
we don't know them.
No, they don't have any insignia on them. You haven't seen them around town, but then again, 99% of the people that you see at this festival you've never seen in your life.
Huh.
It's a
Do
big
you
city.
often pay for strange women's fees into drinking competitions?
Truly. Sexy.
Yeah.
I wouldn't classify you all as a strange woman, but I don't know. What do you think? And the other guy kind of just grunts. He's got piercings, hooped earrings all over, just mean stare. He's got, like I said, he's a bald black dude with like red eyes for not pupils, but what are the other? Yeah, pupils, right? Or irises. What's the colored part? Yeah, irises. And he turns around, kind of does like a little hair flip. He's got short, like black hair, and one kind of curls in front of his forehead. And he says, well, was that enough to cover the expenses? I do have a drinking contest to win, so if you'll excuse me.
Yeah,
Let's just take the good fortune.
let's go to the fucking
Be on our
jousting
way.
competition.
Yeah, let's go get Anya into the draft.
That's a whole
You
other
don't wanna-
thing we
you
gotta
don't
work
wanna-
on.
People who just randomly paid for us.
Hey, we are heroes.
Yeah, people buy me drinks all the time.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we
Especially
could.
you.
And truly,
We are town heroes, you know.
yeah.
I would prefer to keep the buzz going at this point.
Wenches of Waydora, legends of Waydora.
Yeah, Anya, Anya and Solar, your words are a little bit slurred at this point. Calliope and Valdrik, you're able to control it a little bit more if you want.
I mean, I'm gonna
No,
look at
that's
his
a
face
little weird.
and memorize. Well,
Maybe they think that we're just really attractive. Have you ever stopped to consider that perhaps we are
We
all
also are
just
women.
so fatally attractive?
This is true. You should listen to her. I'll take a Garux mead, please.
conversation.
That's, yes. What,
Calliope's gonna look at him and memorize his face so that if he shows up again later, like where we keep going, then it will be a problem. But right now, we just want to get to the job.
Okay. Yeah, you do a mental.
For sure, gonna clock him and his friends though, and go. That was weird, but we're partying right now, and I've been told that we're partying. So
Yeah, you
That
take-
was 75 gold that they just 75.
Yeah, but then we had it
Just at
discounted.
30.
I don't know if they knew that.
I'm pretty sure if he dropped gold in his hand, I hope he heard it. But if he wants to spend 75 gold on women he's never met, let him.
It's weird.
Are you saying this in earshot of them?
I would think we're trying
I'm
to
too
be
drunk to
quiet,
know.
but there's
I'm too
no
drunk.
guarantee that we are.
Okay.
Yeah, Solar's loud.
He responds, honestly, I was just trying to get the next round going. To be polite, but you are all beautiful wenches, yes. Now,
oh yeah, we are.
Alright.
And don't you fucking forget it, mate.
Turn it
Let's
up.
go to the joust.
Do you, if I'm going to joust, do you have something that will sober me up
Get this woman her
with your
key.
little clerical
Like
cleric?
I said, like Calliope doesn't have that. I could set you on fire and make you really cold.
Seeing
You know,
if
given how the
Laura
day
has a
goes.
sobriety spell.
You know what? Maybe
Like
No.
like
I really don't.
restoration? Because if my condition is drunk, then maybe you have something. You know what I mean?
You know what I'm saying?
Does it? Are we
Don't
poisoned?
have
Or does that count? Are we counting as poisoned right
I mean,
now?
it could be. Alcohol poisoning.
You know, people have said the best way to defeat your drinking issue is by drinking another shot and having a slice of cake. I'm not sure
spoken
if
like
You know-
a true Hickman.
Listen, I'll bless you. Valdrik will
You
inspire
bless.
you. I feel like Calliope's gotta have
But
something. Like
you've
we
been blessed.
listen. You have got this. You've got this. And if you don't, if anyone hurts you, we will kill them.
No one's gonna hurt me.
Exactly.
The only person at this point who could hurt me is myself.
Exactly.
Good awareness.
No, I got nothing for you.
I got something for you.
Come
Come here. I got a quick pap on the butt. You're gonna be a great jouster. Is it jouster?
Yes.
Joustist. You're gonna be so good at jousting. Think about holding the lance. This is the biggest sword you've ever held in your life.
Do you okay, but do you think they'd notice if I switch out the lance for my sunblade? Because
I
that
don't
would
think you're supposed
certainly
to
be a
kill
great
What?
time.
Be rules on that,
we
you know.
are homeless here now.
I'm
We
not.
need to be able to cover that.
Yeah, no.
I think you should just hold it out horizontally.
But that's a good idea if we ever have to assassinate people. But
Yeah,
we're not
I mean, it'd
doing
be a
that
great
now.
time.
It would be.
I'd have
We
fun.
should take the lance when we're done too. And we should put it in
Oh,
our bag,
why?
just in case.
We could display it in our house.
Oh.
Or castle.
Ooh.
Anya's
Let's go.
first joust.
I'll have to make my Pinterest board in my room. It's happening.
Let's fucking.
All right, let's go.
Let's go find the jousting. And if we can convince people to let us in.
I can convince anyone to let me in.
I know.
One
you
time I
can.
convinced a man to let me into his asshole. So let me tell you, I can convince people.
What
Alright.
went
That-
into it? I have to know. For once in my life, I'm intrigued by your story. What?
Well,
went
it was more something needed to come out of it after it had gone into it a little too far. What we must learn from this experience is that if it's not a flared base, it does not go in your no-no place.
and he had not heard that rule before.
Kawhi
But
is
I
gonna
tell
reach
you,
into her
he
bag
learned
and
then.
pull out champagne she has in there and just take a swig.
He learned that day, and I was forced to reach in and pull it out. He was very hesitant at first, but like
I'm
I
gonna
said, I am
hold it
quite
up to Anya
persuasive.
during this conversation. I've taken a swig of champagne and then held it out like, do you want some?
Listen,
You know what? It's a good thing that a lance is flared then.
it is. You know, that's a perfect example of this. Flared base. Okay to go in your nose only. Probably won't lose that up there. I don't want to judge anybody's nether regions. That could be a portal, but for the most part, flat base. Always good.
Okay, let's go.
So sorry.
Amazing role playing right now.
I'm crying.
You all, for whatever reason, decided to start the festivities with the drinking contest and are drunkenly stumbling your way through the city.
Like, we're having a great time.
I mean, you blend right in. None of you look out of place. There are plenty of people like you doing the same thing, stumbling through the festivities, and you walk, kind of just misdirect. You know, you've walked through the city before, but not, too much. You've kind of gotten to know your way around these past 10 weeks. And you know that the jousting arena is where the barracks and the training grounds and all things Waydorian Guard are. They're a little outpost there in the city. They've opened the jousting arena up to the public, which is normally used for sorts of training, but once in a while they'll open it up to events, and such as one event. You hear the cheering in the distance of the jousting arena, and you find it, and you find the entrance. You see two heavily armored dudes on horses that are also heavily armored going at it. You can hear just a general excitement in the crowd as one of them spears the other with the lance right into his shield. His shield bursts, as well as the lance. The lance bursts and splinters in all different directions, wood flying everywhere. The horse staggers a bit, but the rider maintains, as the other rider completely falls off, rolls a bit in the sand, and a dust of dirt cloud puffs up as the crowd cheers. Some of which bet on the winning guy, some have bet against them, so there's kind of a mixed reaction. As the winning jouster drops his broken lance and holds his wrist up to his chest. It's the kind of scene you walk into.
Nice. Does it look like there's a spot where people would be able to enter the competition, or like a heraldry board or anything like that I can strut our way over to, like Chaucer?
There's much like a sporting arena. There's a tunnel where the players would go onto the field. There is a tunnel that just one single tunnel that leads all the competitors out. Under this tunnel, and the horses and the jousters take their place on either side of the field before jousting, and so that's really the only entrance. Everything else, the entire arena is oval shaped, and it's just got risers and risers of seats, probably seating close to 3,000 or 4,000, maybe 5,000 people in this arena. But you can't, from where you're at, you kind of looking across the arena, you can kind of see into the tunnel. You can kind of see, different horse wranglers wrangling their horses, and knights, gearing up and strapping up and mounting their horses.
Figure out the best way to play this. Okay. All right. Follow me. I'm gonna walk into the tunnel.
directly looking for someone who looks nervous or perhaps uncomfortable to be here.
Okay. Just to set it up, walking directly in the tunnel would mean you'd have to be in the dirt pitch itself and then walk in. But you could theoretically walk around the arena and figure out what's behind the tunnel. Like, where is that where you want to go?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'm looking to get in towards these contestants.
Okay. There are stone walls. It looks like the stables where you are keeping your horses at this moment. It's towards the front of the city. Stables are huge, especially for a city like this. They keep a lot of horses. There's, feeding troughs, with a watering hole, all that. Stable hands going back and forth, and there's a section of it that is connected straight to the jousting arena, so that the horses can get led there, geared up in the tunnel, and then fed through. So
Anya's horse is there.
all of your horses are there.
Oh yeah, brother.
Gosh, why did I say that?
I'm looking for somebody then that's in charge. Looking for somebody that looks like I could walk up and get our way into this competition.
You... the little boy, halfling, that you first entered the city with and you kind of bartered with, his name's Yenster. Yenster Longberry, as you come to know him. He's a little halfling, little dude, maybe teenage, 16, 17 years old, stable hand. He kind of is in charge of a lot at the stables, and yeah, he looks very busy running back and forth, wrangling these horses.
Yes, sir.
Right, what is it? I'm very busy, can't you tell? Please.
I can tell so hard right now. I need you to point me in the direction of someone that I can speak to get into this competition, into the joust.
Oh,
Who's in
it's,
charge?
well, of course, to get into the stands, about there's no fee. You could place your
yes.
bets and take your seat.
No,
You misunderstand me, my beautiful boy. I want Lady Anya to be in the competition.
Drunkenly waving.
Yeah.
What do you mean? Sorry, what are you talking about? What are you on about?
Entering the competition, Yenster. Listen to me. I'm gonna give him 10 gold pieces, and I'm gonna say, I need you to just point to whoever the man is. Who's the big man? Big boss man.
I'm the boss man. Can't you tell? In it, right? And 10
Are
gold. What am I supposed to do with this?
Okay,
Buy a
are you in
loaf.
charge, Yenster.
I'm in charge, yeah.
Okay. So I could get Lady Anya into this competition right here through you.
No! All of the competitors here
Tell me.
are from the Waydorian Guard.
Yeah.
The Guard.
That's the guy.
I
They are
fought.
Do
trained.
you know who we are?
I fought with them. So basically, and I trained with them. So really, I'm
Anya
basically.
saved the Emperor. The
I
whole
did,
reason for the
and
Anya.
the whole High Council.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Mhm.
And I'm the Prince of Westwind. Right? So if you please excuse me, I've got some horses to attend to. Can't even speak. Got too much on my mind. Right? And I'm gonna go.
I'm gonna cast Charm on Yenster.
Alright. I'm trying to think if halflings have a resistance to charm. I don't think they do, but let me check.
It'll last for an hour. It'll be fine.
Oh, you could put him to sleep.
Okay.
But he is in charge. We don't want to knock him out.
Go ahead and do your charm thing. What does that entail?
I take back the charm.
Okay.
Because I don't know how long the competition's going to take, but I am going to attempt to persuade my boy here, Yenster, to let Anya into the competition by saying all of the previously stated things, really. I'm going to just be like, look, mate, we're looking to get in and really just prove ourselves worthy, because if you notice, the Emperor himself gave us titles. Ladies of Waydora. And really, ladies, knights, it's right on the same, we're right on the same par there. And we saved Waydora. Like, really, just 2 seconds ago, it feels like. Just save the shit out of them. Save the shit. Let me tell you, Yensta, name your price. Name your price.
He takes a second. He's about to tell you off, and he takes a minute. Roll a persuasion.
Max, I need you to stop, buddy.
Max, buddy, sweetie,
You're actually
kitty.
being insane. It's gonna be a 19 plus 13 on my persuasion.
Okay. Yeah, he gets right up in, I mean, as much as he can as a little 3-foot halfling. Stands on his tippy toes, gets right up to your nose, and is about to say, get out, but then thinks about it. $200 gold pieces.
200 gold pieces. Is that a prize for winning this tournament?
Pride. And if you're really slimy, and you didn't hear this from me, actually, we're not even having this conversation. However, you could bet on your friend if you are so confident
Absolutely.
that
I will
she,
be betting on Anya.
that one, looks over your shoulder, Anya's drunkenly swaying, that she could beat one of the finest. Good luck. Or, better yet, have a throw the competition, bet on the god, get your winnings. That day, you'll be paid.
No.
That's what I would do. In fact,
I
I'm going
would
to take
bet
this
on
200 and turn it into 400. What do you say?
Absolutely. 200. I'm gonna take the money that I got from Sylvie and plop 200 gold in his hand. And you point me in the direction of where I can place my bet.
He doesn't even count it, immediately shoves it into his coat pocket, kind of looks around, making sure no one's watching. The three of you can go that way, place your bets, talk to whoever's over there. You come with me. Alright, make it quick.
Should Anya ride my horse since I have the best horse? Or
Great
are you
horse.
gonna ride your horse?
This is great. I have a great horse.
So you got that?
All right, I believe you. I'm placing bets on Anya.
I'm gonna go also. I only have 70 gold, so I'm gonna go place it all on Anya. So.
Alright, Anya, are you wearing your armor and everything?
Yeah, and I'm gonna look around for a helmet because I don't have a helmet, and I want to keep the face looking good. So
Yeah.
I need to find.
I think I have a helmet in my bag of holding.
He goes, shh, I'll find your helmet. Plop on the horse. You're not obviously you're gonna get caught. He throws, he says, plop on the horse, I'm gonna cover you in blankets, we're gonna go down the tunnel. This has to happen now. Come on you go.
Okay.
Anya
You've got this, babe.
drunkenly flops over the saddle, and he just loads the horse with just supplies, things that would look normal to be bringing to the front of the tunnel. And
Sober up a little.
and yeah, Anya's plopping along. And before we get to the tunnel, Anya, need to make one more Constitution saving throw to see how you're feeling. You as well, Solara.
Alright.
18.
Got 9.
Okay, Solara, you are still having a time. Anya,
We're
you're
just kind of dragging
you're
Solara
feeling
with us.
better. You guys have been drinking water and stuff like that. Yeah, the three of you head to the betting booth. Anya, you're plopped. Is it on your own horse?
Oh yeah.
Gosh, yeah. So you kind of point to the horse, to yours. He goes and fetches it, plops you on, plops a bunch of bags and gear on top, and swipes a helmet real quick and leads you and the horse down the tunnel. At this point, we're gonna take a quick 5-minute break and reconvene. Sound good?
Hell yeah.
Sweet.
Need to get more water.
All right.
Probably pee.
BRB.
Gotta go.
Allow us to continue. So, Anya, as you're being carted away on your horse, covered in bags, by the little halfling stable boy, the three of you are headed to place bets. You make it up to the booth. There's a couple different people working the booth. People are exchanging gold and yeah. Who would you like to bet on?
You already know. Who else would we bet on? It's 150 gold down on Anya.
I put 70 on Anya.
Okay.
Okay, wait. I'm gonna put 500 towards Anya. Whew, hope I don't regret that.
Hey, big spender.
Listen, I need money.
Anya's gonna slay up there. If there's one thing I know, it's Anya's good at shit. Especially shit that has to do with pain and bloodshed.
All right. Come on, place your bets. Place your bets. And it's this old, short, fat-looking woman. She's got a big boil on the side of her cheek. Teeth are disgusting. What's left of them, and brown and gray hair, kind of falling down like a curtain. All right, place your bets. Red bets over there, blue bets over here. Come on. Blue bets. And the stable hand had told you guys before that Anya will be dressed in blue for this one. So you all place your bets on blue. She takes the gold purses, hands you each like receipts, little tickets, little parchment papers. Good luck. Get out of here next. And we switch back to Anya. The stable hand finds a section, like a kind of a dressing room, where you're able to dismount your horse. You're feeling good now. The alcohol is kind of out of your system in a good way, and you dismount. He takes all the gear off of the horse and starts putting the armor, plating up the horse with the armor. Starts putting blue kind of tabs here and there and a blue flag, and gives you a jousting helmet just like the rest of them. It's all covers your entire head, except for two really, really thin slits for your eyes. Everything else completely covered. And you get special gauntlets as well. And he hands you this lance, which is like, I want to say 10 feet long. I'm not really sure how long a lance would be, but probably 10 feet long. And
He's a
like,
big boy.
and he starts dressing you up and putting the gloves on you as he's plating up your horse. And he's like, right, you know what to do, right? You know how to handle this?
Just run and stab.
Right. But while you're galloping, you hold it up in the air. As you're approaching your opponent, you slowly bring it down, guide it, and make your strike. They'll explain the rules out there. Please, just whatever you do, don't reveal the fact that you're a woman. I could have my head for this. There's
Women are
no...
allowed to eat.
Not that they're not allowed, they're just not in the Waydorian God. There's just not many, or at all, any women in the Waydorian God. You know, it's kind of a thing, so...
A secret.
Just... Maybe just tuck your little ponytail. Yep, that's it, right under the collar there. Yes, perfect.
Yes, may protect your fragile masculinity. Heaven forbid a female actually win at the sport.
Hey, You're lucky I didn't give them 200 gold to bet against you. So, good luck! Kind of slaps your horse on the butt, and you mount.
I like to think Wojciech would have just.
Wait, we're not. Are we still with Anya?
No, the three of you
separated.
The three of you separated, went to the betting booth, and then I'm assuming would find your place in the stands, in the crowd.
Okay. We can't like. Can she see us?
No,
she can't walk up.
The tunnel is a completely separate thing. You guys had to walk all the way back around. Yep, it's
hypothetically, since I'm hitting something, would this be an occasion that one could cast True Strike on me?
It's up to you guys if you guys want to do that. As a fighter, though, you are proficient in this lance. You are proficient in all weapons, all armor, and a shield. He gives you a shield, so you're proficient with everything because you're a fighter, and that's what fighters say. So that will come in handy.
I was gonna give you enhanced ability, but I forgot, and I didn't realize we were separated. I have to touch you for it, unfortunately.
Oh, come
Touching
get your
you with
finger
my eyes
beforehand.
from afar. Yeah.
Touch my.
Should I just give a hug? I just hug you tightly. She's got this, you guys. She's got this.
Yeah, Anya, you finish gearing up. Your horse is geared up. The stable hand runs back to the stables, and you come out of your dressing area at the same time. The red knight comes out, dressed in official Waydorian guard armor, heavy plated armor. Kind of gives you an up and down, shakes his head and says, "Good luck, maggot." And yeah, kicks his horse, runs out of the tunnel. The crowd goes nuts as he kind of just makes an entrance, does a lap, and it's your turn to make your entrance.
Big entrance, Anya.
All right, I'm going to gallop in, and then I'm going to just like. Wojciech's gonna go back on his like hind legs, and I'm just gonna like pump the lance like while my horse is back. And
yeah, the crowd loves it. They cheer. Actually, make a performance check. Why don't you?
I want to cheer the loudest.
Ooh, an 18.
Yeah, crowd loves it. They're slightly louder for cheering for you than the blue or the red knight. Perhaps maybe because your armor is bronze scale dragon and it looks nice and shiny and new compared to what they've been seeing.
Cool.
The only thing different about, or the only thing the same about you is the gauntlets and the helmet and the lance. But yeah, so you do that.
I'll do this. I'll do this.
Yeah, they're loving it. The crowd is loving it, and all of a sudden you hear this massive orchestra start playing this fanfare, and you hear
yeah, baby.
the voice of an announcer. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another exciting day and another exciting round of Waydorian guard jousting, and everyone's like, "Oh my god!" Because there's only a few one-on-ones throughout this whole day, so they get really hyped. In this corner, we have donning the red of the Waydorian armor, Joffrey! And in this corner, donning the blue, we have... And you kind of hear a pause and some whispering. The mysterious stranger!
Yeah, I'm in the front row. I'm just...
And the orchestra's going, and they got the toms out there, and they're doo-doo-doo. Yep, they got the cellos going doo-doo-doo. And the announcer... Right, let's get started with a few ground rules. We all know the rules here in the jousting arena. Keep it low, keep it civil. We're not trying to kill each other, we're just trying to hurt each other. You two will be seated at either end of the oval, and on my go, you will charge each other. A clean hit to the shield, shattering your lance, or unseating your rider will achieve victory. Hits on the horse or the rider directly are strictly prohibited and will result in disqualification. Now, take your seats, ladies and gentlemen, as our riders take their place. And on my mark, they will shatter each other. Are you all ready? The crowd goes again.
Valdrik's got her bra. She's throwing it around her head.
Yep. All right, and yeah, you guys kind of eyeball each other across the court. Get to your respective corners. Perfect timing, as always. And let's get down to brass tacks. You eyeball each other. Lance is in the air. His horse is pawing at the dirt below you, as is yours. On your marks. Get set. Joust! And I need you to make an animal handling check for me. I wasn't prepared for this at all, by the way, so this is all...
24.
Okay. His, yeah, immediately, smack, it's like locked right back in. You and your horse have this just telepathic connection as you go charging across. Almost startling the other horse as he kind of almost bucks his rider, but is able to regain balance. Now I need you both to make... I need you to make an attack roll. It's going to be strength plus your proficiency, because you're proficient in lances, because you're a fighter. So strength plus proficiency. Ooh.
Guess what
I hope it's high, because...
It's a nat 20! Plus 9.
Beginner's luck on jousting.
A 29?
Yes. Look at it.
Oh.
Wait. Right there. You can't really see it. Never mind. It's really
Don't look at it.
Okay.
The math one.
All right. You're lucky because you rolled a 25. So, you both go charging towards each other, gallop, gallop, gallop. The crowd waits in a tense moment. You start to bring your lance down as you get closer, and you start eyeballing them. Boom! Shattered. You make purchase right in the heart of his shield. His shield breaks in half. You hear bones crunching, wood splintering everywhere as your lance shatters. I need you to make one more athletics check, and this is at advantage because of your nat. Ooh.
23.
Okay. Yeah, that was basically just to make sure that you maintain balance on your horse. As your lance shatters his shield right through and smacks him all the way off. His horse keeps going as he just dead stop falls flat on his back into the dust and is rolling around, screaming in pain. He throws his helmet off and everything as he's holding his wrist. That wrist is for sure broken, at least. The crowd goes wild, and you win the joust. I don't know how.
Mysterious man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep, everyone goes crazy. You gallop over.
Like chanting, stranger, stranger.
Yeah, they, the announcer, we have a winner! Give it up for the mysterious stranger! You hear the orchestra, some trumpet. And you see the conductor kind of gets everyone in position. A couple people run out, and you dismount from your horse, and they appear to have some sort of medal for you that they're trying to give. We crown our next round's champion the mysterious stranger. You are victorious. Winners, collect your winnings. Losers, find an ale. Congratulations. And
I go
that's that.
straight to get my earnings.
Winners.
I think I'm
We
gonna be
can't-
dramatic, and I'm just gonna take my helmet off.
No,
Oh my god.
No.
Not
she
before
better
our
not
winning.
get me losing out on my money right now.
Don't make me
Oh
lose
wait,
money.
yeah, I forgot about that. Okay, I won't.
Done?
I mean, I won fair and square though. I won fair and square.
It's up to
We
you.
all rushed up to go collect our winnings really quick and then go, okay.
Yeah, we are already at the winning
I'm like,
booth.
hold on, money.
Just see Valdrik's hand in the air going, go.
Yeah, you see a bunch of sad people walking by, as well as the other however many people, way less than half, betting on Anya because they didn't know anything about her. Somehow she snuck in there and took whoever's spot. But people collecting their winnings.
Bless you. Bless you. I like the
And
Jar Jar Binks goes.
yeah, you run up and the money's starting to be collected. People are handing their tabs back. Coin purses held passed back, and the ugly-looking woman, Solara, hands you back 1,000 gold pieces. So you net 500 because you gave 500,
Amazing.
and she hands back 1,000. And the same with the rest of you guys. Calliope, she hands back 140. Valdrik, she hands back 300. And you guys have made a decent winning on your friend.
Anya, we should do this. What have we not been? Why haven't we been doing this sooner?
That's what I'm saying.
I
We
just
just
made
gotta put Anya
500
into
gold
string.
coins. Oh my god.
Honestly, yeah. Anytime we come across a competition now, we just throw Anya into the mix.
Start looking for them. Yes. I was gonna do a full 1,000, and I didn't.
All right, Anya, you find your way back through the tunnel. You get right back to the dressing room, and the stable hand is there immediately, taking all the armor off. Blimey, that was amazing. That was the best thing I've ever done in my life. I mean, I am just. You are welcome. That was the ride of your life, wasn't it? Yeah, I could have had my head. I think I'm going to chase this feeling. Yeah, that was pretty cool. That was pretty cool. Well done. Now, you got to get out of here. No one can see this. You get caught, I'm dead.
Fine. I hope you enjoy losing the 200 gold.
I don't even care about the 200. That was insane. To see that man knocked off, yeah. Joke's on you because I never bet, so. And he kind of opens up his
Joke's
coat
on
pocket,
yourself.
shows the coin purse.
Well, enjoy your misogyny.
I will. Thank you. I will massage myself.
Oh,
with it.
I will.
And he wrangles your horse back, and you sneak your way out, and the four of you reunite and have a giddy reunion.
Anya, that was so cool.
I was like top 10 coolest things you've
You
done.
also made me 500 gold coins.
You think it's
Which
too late
is-
to ask for a jousting ring at our house?
That would be amazing.
Oh. They haven't
They haven't
even started
They
yet.
have to build it. So
Jousting.
we can hold our own tournament.
Really, we should seek knighthood titles.
We
should
just
just
got
make our
the lady
own.
title.
Our own
I
like,
prefer night.
club,
It
you know.
it implies that I worked for it.
Knights of Waydora.
I mean, saving the emperor should, I feel like, count as knighthood.
Yeah.
Maybe if when we bring him the Diabris head, then he'll make
Oh,
it
do I win anything for winning?
You got a shiny medal around your
Oh
neck.
yeah.
Nice.
Oh, I wanted to ask, can I keep a lance?
No. Give me that. Right?
Give me that.
It's
This is
actually
broken.
it's shattered
is
in half. Yeah, and he throws it on a pile of a bunch of shattered lances, and there's a couple other workers that are kind of cleaning up and bringing them out. It seems they use it for firewood.
No. What was his name? Jeff?
Yeah,
Jeff.
Yester.
Jeff.
Yenster.
Jeff.
Yenster.
All right, well, I'm going to call him Jeff. Jeff, listen here. If you don't want me to out your little secret that you allowed a woman to compete, you will let me take that lance home that I shattered with my own female muscles.
Fine, beat it. Don't let anyone see that you've got it.
Valdrik's gonna hold open the bag of holding for her to shimmy it down into.
Yeah, the
Just goes
In the trophy all day.
the hilt is still completely intact. The cone that covers that guards your hand is completely made of blue, and then it kind of fades into a shattered. What's left of a 10-foot lance is now probably 1 foot, 2 feet of splintered wood at the end.
But still with a flared base.
Yep.
Still with
Is a flared base? You mean like the cone that covers?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
That counts as a flared base, baby.
Yeah.
If it flares out from the pole, it can go in the.
Oh.
I am an endless well of these. I'm so not apologetic for it either. It's my
It's
talent.
amazing.
Yeah, that's gonna look great in the house. Baby's first lance. What? I love it. Rattle it around in my bag of holding, put it back on my head.
Where to, ladies? What's next?
That's something about arm wrestling competitions. If Anya still wants to do competition.
Is there also, I wanted
There
to
are
ask,
many.
like, a main event that we're supposed to be, like, working up to, like...
The masquerade dance at the end of the night is like the main event.
Okay.
They're doing another one
What's going on?
after the other one ended with 32 cows.
You know, you got to really, really applaud their resilience.
Yeah, you see the flyers for the masquerade dance around throughout the 10 weeks, and you see it masquerade bowl all in like Baroque.
Having PTSD from the
uh,
last one.
Yeah, like in a Baroque font. Masquerade party. Come to the masquerade party at the end of the homecoming festival, and then it's like masquerade dance, and then it says take 2. And then it has a picture of a cow with a red X through it.
Well, now I feel like
Really
someone
gotta
should
put the
summon
point
cows
across.
just because of that.
Just one cow.
Because now they put no cows. Someone should just summon one cow.
Yeah, do we want to do arm wrestling and then go to... Like that.
I mean, we didn't get to wear our outfits for very long for the masquerade,
Yeah.
so.
Let's go make more money.
Go find the arm wrestling for Anya.
Let's go make more money off of Anya.
Please. I need more.
There are worse ways I could be selling my body for money.
This is so true. We're not ruining ourselves out on the streets.
I'd be
All right.
equally as gifted at it, but
This is very true.
Alright, so you go to the arm wrestling contest?
Yeah.
Alright. You, takes you about half an hour just kind of fighting through the crowd, chatting with each other. You find another kind of smaller crowd, ales in hand, a sign-up table. You put your name on the list. You're not really. It doesn't tell you who you're matched against. It just gives you a place to sign up. And there's another guy around. This one's not as official. No official like booth to place bets, but there's a single guy kind of taking bets. Bets here, place your bets, place your bets. Who's got the strong arm? Who's got the strong arm?
Place
I
your
know
bets.
who's got the strong arm. Double your money.
Yeah, I'm gonna put 400 down on... I mean, Anya's allowed to use her name this time, right?
Yeah.
Awesome.
I'm gonna put 100, my 140 down.
400 gold pieces on. the
I'm gonna
whole
put down
one
another
front armor.
500. And then right before, I'm gonna give Anya just like a very just big
Oh,
hug.
wait,
Um,
Anya, do you want to put money down on yourself? Do you want us to
We're
take
just-
some money from you and
Am I
put
allowed
it down?
to? Oh yeah, I'll give you
Betting on myself.
yeah, I'll give you 200.
Okay, I'll put 340 down.
340.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna give her a hug, just a casual platonic hug, and cast enhance ability. So I'm gonna pick strength, so she'll have advantage on strength checks for the next hour.
I already gave her my ass smack for a bardic inspo.
Okay,
Chris is like, awesome.
great.
Wait, I don't think I
Love you
have
guys breaking the
anything.
economy right now.
And I guess it was like one of those hugs where it was like a little too long, a little too tight.
You rubbed
And I'm
your
like,
lower back
okay.
a little too low.
No, no, we didn't do that. I said platonic. Okay, that's a
It's the
Valdrik
hug
kind of hug.
April. It's the hug April gave you that made you never come back.
Mhm. Yep. Keep telling her that. Sorry. I'm sorry, Anya.
Are we hugging?
I don't.
Is this a
I really
hug
don't
moment?
drink. It's a little-
No, don't touch me.
Okay.
Alright.
All right. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Sly little wink. I call it my Anya wink.
All right, so just to get this straight, 400 from Valdrik, 500 from Solara, 340 from Calliope.
Oh yeah, baby.
Yeah,
Okay.
as Anya gave me 200 to put on her.
So she's not
Okay.
putting on herself,
All right.
technically.
Okay. Technically not. Okay, you do that in
Smart.
secret. All
She
right.
gave it to me, and
Because he
I'm
was about to
putting it
yell at
down
you.
in my name.
A little on the side.
Okay.
Ain't nobody gotta know. Who's gonna know?
No one will know. All right. Perfect. So you wait your chance in line. There's just a table with 2 wooden chairs on either side, and like 2 really sturdy, padded like wooden pegs, and you see guy after guy. Once in a while, a girl gets in there. They sit down. They hang onto the peg. They hold arms, and then there's a big half orc that clasps the hands together, kind of yells out the rules, and grunts. Ugh! And you see a couple arm wrestles go by, and finally it is your turn. You take your seat. There's a dwarf that sits across from you. And he says, "Haha! Are you ready for this? You're not ready for this. I don't think..." And then he gets interrupted. A hand on his shoulder. And he kind of looks up, and you see that same man from the drinking contest kind of staring down at him and goes, "Buy yourself a drink." And he tosses him a coin. "Let me take this one." And he,
What are you, a
If
He makes
charity?
me lose all my money. I'm gonna fight him.
and
we're
he,
all ready.
the dwarf kind of grunts, takes a second, hesitates, grabs the coin and leaves.
What are you, a charity? And are you just following us around?
I'm making investments. Are you following me around?
I think
Seeing as you just upended my opponent, I'm gonna go with you're following me.
Very well. Think what you want. Are you ready?
Let's please 500.
Please.
Solara's thinking it to herself.
No.
He smiles, and his arms are crossed. He smiles, turns to one side, and the black ball dude moves past him and sits and grabs your arm, grabs your hand. And he just continues with that snide smirk on his face and gives you a wink. And he kind of gives a 1-2 on his friend's back. And this Yeah, bald black dude, piercings, red eyes, looks just mean. Doesn't say much. Kind of.
I said you're not allowed to break my game.
He kind of gives you a huff, and you could have sworn you saw like smoke or steam come out of those nostrils, but you're not really sure because you've been drinking a lot.
How's my sunblade feel?
It's very warm.
Mm.
It's very warm.
Oh.
It is, and as soon as you clasp hands with him, your sunblade gets hot to the point that you haven't felt since the obelisk.
That goblin.
It was warm whenever you were in the High Court because of General Thimric. And once in a while there's a Dragonborn that walked around. It kind of gets a little warm here and there, and you kind of spot them out in the crowd just as an instinct. But as soon as you touch his hand, it is as if you just touched the obelisk, that kind of hot.
Is the goblin around?
Goblin?
The guy who's running it?
Oh.
Or was it hot?
No, he wasn't a goblin. He was a, well, there's that. There's just the human who's taking bets, and then there's
The guy
yes, half orc.
Okay.
And he kind of gives everyone a once-over because he just saw the seat change, and then a guy looked like he was about to sit, and then another guy sat, and he's like, "Are you ready now?"
Wait. Who's allowed to compete in this?
Anyone who wants to compete, anyone who signed the list. I have here Anya. And he looks at the black guy, and the black guy gives him a look like, "Are you serious?" And I'm assuming, Anya? Alright, and Xerxes. And the black guy doesn't even break eye contact with you. I'll take that as a yes. So, if they're on my list, they can compete. Are you ready?
Fine.
On your marks. Get set. Go! And make a strength check for me.
Saving throw or
Advantage.
check?
It is, How do I want to do this? Let's do strength plus proficiency bonus. And I guess you get advantage from Solara's something?
My hug.
Yep.
Enhance ability.
My hug. Solara's what again? My hug. Okay.
Okay.
There's going to be a series
so
of rolls.
scared. I'm so scared.
You also have a D10 for Bardic Inspo.
28.
Okay. His hand, you feel, just comes out just with all this strength, and it kind of jolts you at first, but then you slowly start to shake and bring his hand back, and for once he breaks eye contact with you really quick as he looks over his hand, and it's starting to lean towards his side. Make another roll for me. Jeez, I rolled the same thing.
21.
Okay. It's
That was advantage?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's really starting to shake now. Kind of almost brings it back to level with the middle, but then you bring it back, and then slowly over even a little bit more. You're hovering right over victory. He rolled a dirty 20. And that's what he rolled for the first roll as well. So, make another roll for me.
I'm gonna add my... I'm hoping this is the last one. I'm gonna add my Bardic. Okay. 31.
Okay.
And
31.
his arm snapped in half.
It's shaking. It's hovering on the end.
Shaking, it's hovering.
Yeah. He gulps. You can see a single tiny bead of sweat that almost looks tinted red coming down his forehead. And he kind of, you see a vein just now forming in his forehead as he's really shaking now. You give him a smirk as you let off for a brief second, and then slam on the other side of the table, slamming the back of his palm against the table. And he looks almost like he's about to just go in a rage and just kill everything, but looks up at you, and you could almost tell that he had the slightest of little smile, a little cracked little half smile on his lips before he grunts, stands up, scrapes the wooden bar stool against the ground as he stands up and leaves. All right, we have a winner. Congratulations, Anya.
For she's a jolly good fellow, for she's a jolly good fellow. I chant as we make our way over to the bidding.
All right, Calliope, you spent 340 to gain back 680. So you net your 340. Solara, you net your 500. Valdrik, you net your 400.
Went ahead and hand Anya her 400 from that.
Thank you.
To which
You help.
the man that you now know named as Xerxes turns his back. You hear the jingling of his jewelry. Turns his back, stands up, and his buddy eyeballing you the whole time, Anya. Gives him another 1-2 on the back. It's all right, old friend. Well met. I'll be
A
seeing
real
you.
man fights his own battles and doesn't send someone else to fight them for him.
What battle do I have here? I'm just simply here to make some coin.
Lose some coin, more like it, buddy. I say as I pull out my coin back into my bag of holding.
Yeah, as you say that, he's negotiating with the winner, or the person handing out the coin, and you see the coin guy actually handing him back money, and he kind of takes the pouch, puts it in his cloak, and his buddy Xerxes gives him a look like, "Did you really just bet on me?"
You sent in a dragon to fight for you, and you still bet on me?
Watch your tongue.
I don't think Anya's gonna like being squished.
I see.
Interesting company you keep. I see you one more time, and you'll see where those fists end up.
Oh, she's a jolly good fellow.
It's a small city. I'm sure we'll see each other around the festival, and I'd like to take that bet as well.
If we do, it'll be one person smaller.
Don't talk about Xerxes like that. He didn't do anything to you. Come along now, Xerxes.
Can I read his vibe? Is he being weird with us? Is he following
Is he
us?
flirting Anya right now?
Anyone who wants to make an insight check on this dude?
A general. flirt
Clara's
vibe check?
too excited about having her making 1,000 gold coin tonight, so she's barely
That's fair.
listening. She ships it though.
24.
Anya,
Yeah.
you should bring him home. You know?
21.
Dragon Leia Anya.
Oh,
Did anyone else roll?
Leia
21,
and
24?
Leia.
I think it's just me and Valdrik.
Okay. Yeah, you guys are kind of like, like
What the fuck is
happy
that
buzz,
supposed to do?
looking back and forth. Yeah, the comment about that Anya made about something about a dragon was definitely unsettling, and his demeanor changed immediately from like a playful, smug, you know, kind of cocky behavior to like serious out of nowhere. I don't know his overall vibe. He's obviously very close with this guy, and there's some sort of something going on between.
He's flirting with Anya.
Yeah, that's the vibe you're kind of getting. Both of you are kind of getting that. There's either flirtatious or predatory, targeting.
He's trying to fuck a fight you right now, Anya. I can't tell which.
You can just set him on fire. It would be fine.
But you know, also, most of the time I can't tell if you're trying to fuck a fight them either, Anya. So really, it might match perfectly.
I don't know. I think if he shows up again, we just light him on fire.
Yeah,
I meant what I said.
They both disappear into the crowd.
Well, I guess, are we going to a ball now? If he shows up again, we can deal with it then.
With 32 cows.
32 cows, I still think. At the masquerade ball, whatever.
We should head to the masquerade ball, but we also have to tap for the night because it's 11.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I know that
Yeah.
the ladies have to work.
I just noticed that it's midnight, so we will get to a good stopping point. If you guys want to clear up any last minute things before you head wherever you guys want to go. If you want to kind of fast forward to the end of the night, masquerade dance, we can do a little cliffhanger and leave it there.
Yeah. Let's do it.
Okay. Yeah, you spend the rest of the day, you know, playing carnival games, you know, eating food, drinking. I will say, for your entertainment, you guys probably would have spent at most 10 gold each on turkey legs, just general food, snacks, water, drinks. 10 gold each to join in with the festivities. Laughing, giggling your way around town. And night falls. And whoops, wrong one. You see everyone kind of gathering now in different various dresses and elegant robes, much like you saw at the masquerade ball before, adorning their different masks. And you guys probably would have had time to go back to your rooms, change, you know, clean yourselves off, gather into your dance garb and head back to the masquerade dance, I would assume. So we can say that you had time to do that. It's all in the same vicinity. You head back, and you're at the masquerade dance. And
I'll do it every time. I'm so sorry.
what?
Scream masquerade as loud as I can.
Masquerade. Oh yeah. Yeah, and there are different people coupled up. There's a lot of the couples are matching each other in dress. So you see black and gold, like robes and a man and a woman dressed. There's a couple green and gold, neon green and orange, a bunch of different various colors, and they're all like matching, ready for this dance. And let me fade that one out. Last but not least, the four ladies, you show up in your garb, and across the ballroom floor, you do see the black gentleman with the piercings and the red eyes, adorned in just all black and hints of red here and there. Very bright, vibrant, classy looking red, as is his counterpart, the man with the black hair, all black suit, also adorned in red, adjusting his cufflinks, kind of looking around. They both have masks on. One of them is shaped like a dragon and kind of comes to a cone, really elaborate dragon mask. sparkling, gold glittering from afar. Xerxes is wearing that, and then the other man is wearing another mask. This one's a little bit more simple, kind of covering half the face. Again, adjusting his cufflinks, spots you, Anya, and with his one revealed side of his face, gives you a wink. And that is how we will end the session.
A wink.
Anya starting a fight.
Suggestive.
Edible.
32 cows will look tame.
Oh,
Cows.
no.
And now we'll figure out how to resurrect Nox, full body and all, and we'll start a crazy love triangle for her.
Nice. Nice.
Season 4, Anya's love triangle.
Lovely.
I
do
think
you guys...
that was some of our best roleplay we've had.
I was about to say that was such a fun episode because of like I just like let you guys run. Like you guys were so great in this episode. Oh my gosh.
Wenches Unhinged is my favorite flavor of Wenches, actually.
Amazing.
Solar doesn't care. Solar's just excited that she won 1,000 gold.
Laura's like, I was just talking about how I needed fucking money. Why haven't we been
What
selling these down
I
since
like
these
kind of
streets?
can't believe it. I'm like, all right, round 2.
Honestly, yeah.
Fight, let's go.
We got to the arm wrestling. I was like, yo, does Anya want to make money off of this now that I think about it? Because it didn't get it before the joust.
And honestly, so smart of you to give it to Calliope to make
So
your
I
bet.
was like, I imagine
That is
Calliope just kind of
very,
like
very smart.
sidling up to her going, do you want to make money? Do you want to give me gold? I'll go put it on you.
Here's some you guys want to see some concept art for the
Yeah.
gentlemen?
Always. For the gentleman.
They are in Winds of Waydora chat.
Why are we in the he shed?
Oh, that's a good question.
Oh yeah, we are.
Just now noticed.
Yeah,
I
I
went
didn't.
to go
Oh, yeah.
get on later.
I was like Nick Jonas.
Yeah, is that Nick Jonas?
I typed Nick Jonas into the AI generator, and
Uh-huh.
Anya, I hope you're
Oh
dressed.
no, he's
Anya,
hot.
I hope you're wearing a red dress. I hope Anya's wearing a red dress.
No,
please.
I was in all black.
She didn't buy a dress. She bought armor.
I bought armor.
But like,
Yeah.
it was
That's
cool.
She bought classy armor.
But
only
to be fair, my normal armor is red and black. But
Hey,
my
And Nick
elevated.
Jonas himself is actually wearing pretty much a red dress.
red dress.
Red dress.
There they are. They're the boys.
Yeah, them boys. We really do be. I think it's really funny that our supporting cast is just like boys that we keep picking up, killing, sending places, yelling at
Anya
them.
hates them.
Sacrifice
Anya
them.
hates them. This is going to be
Enemies
lovers.
to lovers.
The slow burn. No pun intended.
I love Anya going,
That's
why
what
are
he's
you paying
saying.
for me?
Season 4 slow burn. Let's go.
Why you showing up
I
everywhere?
knew he was sus from the beginning.
Oh
Wait,
yeah.
watching me, Sam.
My Calliope
here.
was tipsy enough that she was like, this is weird.
Valdrik didn't even really look
I'll
at their faces
clock
when they
you,
bought
but
the comp for us.
Well, I also imagine that like our crazy sass father tats, we have to be like a feedback of just being buzzed, going back and forth.
And a buzz echo.
A buzz echo is like doubly.
This was a great episode, you guys.
Oh,
10 out of 10.
Very
so
fun.
fun.
I have
Yeah,
to
same.
work. I have to go.
Yep.
Get out of here.
Bye, love.
Bye.
Bye, workers.